Hello everyone, this is Pilates week 7, our last week of videos, and this will be video 1. So we're going to run through most everything we've done in these 2 videos and add a couple new things. So let's begin in our home position, feet parallel, arms by our sides, taking the breath in through the nose. Feel the ribs expand as we exhale, release through the front of the body, down into the navel. Let's begin with just the Pilates walking. As we're walking, we're observing just the control in the abdominals that we use to keep everything stable and still, except for that movement in the legs. Let's add some arms going into chest lift for 8. Coming up on the exhale, down on the inhale. Once again, very aware of keeping things quiet, not too much movement side to side. If anything at all, just that front curl up. And then we'll take the hands behind the skull and add a very slight twist to our chest lift. Exhale coming up, inhale going down. Using the abdominals, letting the head rest in the hands. Then letting the right leg come up, 2 circles to the right and 2 circles to the left. Then starting at 12, take your small leg circles from the hip for 4, then pause, and then inside circle. Head is in head nod, feeling the back of the rib cage. And then 4 ovals with the deep dip. Once again, we're isolating. We're keeping everything quiet except the movement in the legs. Observant of your Pilates breath. And then taking second side through the tabletop up, 2 circles to the outside, left, and then 2 circles to the right. Pointing the toes, taking your small circle, trying not to move the rest of the body. We're very much isolating the leg so that the shoulders have equal weight, and then your nice oval, dipping down. 4 in each direction. Then planting the feet back to our home position. Let's place the hands behind the neck. Next we will take around the world in 8 counts. Inhale. In our starting position, head nod, exhale to the left, 1, center 2, 3, side, 4, center, 6, 5, 6, and then coming down 7 and 8. Inhale, upright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down 7 and 8. Left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the hold. Let your head just rest in your hands. Look between the knees. Feeling the abdominal muscles working right down to the seat belt between the hip pointers, and then resting. Next, bridging. Taking the feet under the knees. Let's inhale. As we exhale, let's roll down into the lower back, keeping the arms at the L, head and head nod. Let's roll down so that we have an imprinted low back, and on exhale, contract your glute muscles, going up to your bridge. Feeling the bridge, using the glute muscles and the backs of the legs, and then rolling down, imprinting through the middle back into the lower back, and down. Second set, bridging, contract, bring it up. Now hold your bridge there and lift the heels, alternating right and left, up and down, feeling the back of the legs at work, the glute muscles. Both heels up and down. Hold at the top of your bridge and then roll it down, imprinting as if you could separate each vertebrae. Let's extend through the left leg, holding the back of the right, curling up, climbing the tree, 2, 3, and 4, and then releasing it back, 5, 6, 7, and stretch it 8. Left knee in the tuck, coming up, climbing the tree, 2, 3, 4, and rolling back, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's roll to the side, coming up to sitting position for half rollbacks. Taking your strap, today we're not going to do an erect sitting position, we're just going to stay in the contraction. So sitting, we'll start tall. This is the stack it up position, ear over shoulder over hips. I'm going to use a slight knee bend. Let's take the hover and then rolling it back to the tailbone, lifting and down and back. And this time we're going to stay in the hover, keeping your hands a decent distance from the floor parallel, and then taking it back. So contracting in the low abdomen, holding that contraction, and then bringing it back. Then with a slight twist, as you go back, you're twisting and lifting and bringing it down as we did for our straight position. Again, we're staying in the hover when we're coming up into the contraction. And then rest. Let's take our stretch, abdominals in, releasing over the legs. And always in Pilates, a slight contraction here, hovering over instead of tilting from the hip as you do in yoga. Let's come up. Now let's take our stack position. So the difference between stack, contraction, hover, bringing it back. Let's take our rotations. 1, and for this, you can use a weight if you prefer. And just keep in mind, the twist can be pretty minimal. More danger in the excessive twisting. So we want to stay safe in Pilates, part of the whole philosophy, using abdominals to protect the back. Let's come up, take our separation, over right leg, release. And then coming up, taking the second side, over the left. And our center stretch, abdominals in, neck released, and then coming up. Next, we're going to take that same thing with the higher position of the arms. So let's roll back, tailbone level, strap at head level, and let's take our rotation. Always aware of your back, aware of the abdominals, keeping that seatbelt tightened. And this time we're going to roll all the way back so we can do our full roll-ups. The full roll up can be done with straight legs or bent knee. So today I'm going to take this with straight legs for full roll up. Strap comes up, looking forward, head slope, then curl up, going over to the hover, bringing it back, imprinting down, stretching overhead, looking forward, head slope, hover, rolling back. Slight difference now in this next curl up, full roll up. We're going to keep the strap up. I'm going to look at the strap and reach up as I curl up instead of forward so much. Contract, bring it back, imprinting one vertebrae at a time, and then reaching over. Let's bring both knees up, stirring the pot, mild stretch in the low back. So just remember, you can do your full roll-ups with bent knee or straight legs. Straight legs should be a little more challenging. Let's roll to the side, coming up for hand and knee position, quadruped. Let's warm up with 4. Cow, dropping the belly into your cat. Control in the spine, muscles in the back and abdominals. Coming into quadruped balance, and let's take the leg up, 2 little clicks and a stretch. Then let's go up, tap, out to the side and back, up, tap down, side and back, up, tap, side, back. And on this one, the challenge is, can I keep things centered with very little movement, arms and shoulders, hips. And let's take second side, 2 clicks and a stretch. Using the backs of the legs. Again, challenge, nice even shoulders, very little movement, side to side. And then up and down. Let's tap to the side. Taking our plank position, inhale, exhale. Lowering to the floor, baby swan. Baby swan, elbows into the side rib cage, forehead touch. Legs in the baby swan, turned out from the hip. That means parallel, knee is down, turn out, knees out to the side. Heels can click or be slightly apart. Why? Because you'll be able to engage glutes better with the outward rotation from the top of the hip. Forehead touch, inhale. Navel lift, exhale. Head and shoulders up. Looking right, looking left, looking straight down, and release. Release your outward rotation. Second time, inhale. Navel lift, exhale, turn the legs out, stretch the legs, come up, lift your right arm, your left arm, right arm down, and release. For back strength, arms back, the rocket, in breath, navel lift, arms up. Now on this one, your legs are more parallel, but again, stretch through the legs, glutes contract. Breathing, looking slightly forward, and resting. Make sure you rest your legs. Round 2, in breath, navel lift, arms up, exhale, Stretch it out through the legs. Feel the glutes working hard. The back is working also. And resting. Let's take a stretch here. Through the shell, toes tucked under. And back into the child's pose. Okay, new pose we're going to work on today is called the teaser. I'm going to show you the diamond once again. Here's our diamond. You've got a slight knee bend. The heels click together. In diamond, we can use diamond just kind of right over at 12 o'clock, right over our hips as a stretching movement. But in teaser, this position with the legs will be lower. So, in teaser, we start with that diamond right about here, almost like a tabletop, but knees out, heels together. Arms will be up, palms up. On count 1 and 2, I'm going to lift, shoulders up. On count 3 and 4, I'm going to, reach forward and balance. Holding 5 and 6, and then releasing down 7 and 8 through the vertebrae. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, arms come up a little bit. 5 and 6, and releasing 7 and 8. So let's bring our knees over the chest. Tick-tock, arms out to the side. Legs in tabletop. I'm going to put the block between my knees for this. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side, looking opposite, and then bring it back center. In tick-tock, you always want to keep the shoulders down. Shoulders are grounded, looking away. And then back to center. Next new movement is called roll like a ball, level 1. Kind of using momentum like we do in teaser. The legs are up. I'm holding the backs of my legs. I roll back to about the shoulders and then come forward, spot, and stick the position. Roll like a ball. Level 1. And resting. Good job, everybody. Let's take our hundreds. I'm going to take tabletop into about a 45 or a little higher. Today, in breath, looking up, exhale, curling up, and begin. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3. Fifth set. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and resting. Let's take our figure 4, left leg over, reaching up. Or you can keep your head down if you have the flexibility. And then taking the second side. Figure 4, hip stretch. Practice your teaser. And you roll like a ball. All right, everyone, that's the end of video 1. Week 7, our last week.